What's up, everyone? My name is Justin Young. I'm here with our very first Q&A session. Thank you for everyone for participating in this Q&A. Our first question comes from Duan. Her question was, what do you like most about playing basketball in Vietnam? Simple. My answer was simple. It's the fans in Vietnam. They're great. Probably the best fans I've ever played in front of. So that's an easy question. But in terms of basketball, you know, the people here are great. Players are, you know, all they want to do is put in the work and work on their game. So it's fun to see the players develop every year, and yeah, it's a great environment to play in. All right, the next question goes out to Leo. His question is, how can I grow tall faster during the growing period or puberty? Okay, so to answer that, for me personally, I would advise you to eat a lot during this period. Drink as much milk or drink as much kind of dairy product as much as possible. I know kids at this period likes to eat a lot of junk food, soda, candy, all that stuff. So maybe try to avoid that as much as possible, and just, you know, enjoy you growing by eating a lot. You know, people love to eat, so just have at it, eat as much as you can. When your parents say no more food and you're still hungry, beg for them to give you more food, because that's the only way you can grow taller. And you know, playing sports, I think playing sports helps you grow taller because you're always exercising, so your bones and your muscles are always working and actively moving. So that's another good way for you to help you grow taller, is to play sports. All right, next question comes out from Nguyen. His question is, do you have any advice for basketball beginners? I have many answers to that question, but the main advice I'd give you is to, before playing basketball, is to think about what your goals are when it comes to basketball. Is it to play recreationally for fun, play on a high school team, play on a university team, or play professionally in the VBA? Think about that, write it down somewhere, and I don't know, put it somewhere where you see it every single day to remind yourself of that goal. After you've done that, I want you to practice hard every single day on your fundamentals, such as passing, dribbling, and shooting. Those three things will take you very far when it comes to playing basketball. Also, not only that, but watching as many basketball games as possible, whether it's the NBA or the VBA games, or even on YouTube. You just go on YouTube to click on links, you know, people playing one-on-one, you know, just pickup games. That's another good way of not only being able to play basketball, but also be smart on the basketball court, which you need to be also to be a successful basketball player. Next question comes from JG. His question is, can you share with me your experiences on the psychological aspect of the game? First of all, everyone going into a basketball game is going to feel some kind of emotion, some kind of psychological, you know, part. It's going to happen. Whether it's feeling nervous, scared, or even just, you know, too excited. For me, personally, I've been playing the game for a long time now, so I personally just get super excited, overworked pretty much prior to a game. The only way I'm able to deal with it is, you know, go through my pregame ritual every game day. I do the same thing. I wake up, you know, eat breakfast, eat lunch, try not to walk around too much to save my legs before the game, and then, you know, just go to the gym an hour, 2 hours early, you know, get a good stretch, get a good pregame warm up, and then when the game starts, I pretty much just get in the zone, and just all my emotions are completely, not completely gone, but most of them are gone, where I can just focus on the game and just play to my best of my abilities. Other people who has less experience will probably deal with it a different way. But my advice to you is just to, you know, see what you are comfortable with before the game. See what you like to do, what you are, what you want to do before the game. Don't try to overwork yourself. Relax. That's the main thing I'd give you as advice. Just relax before the game. Don't get too nervous. Don't get overworked. If you do get nervous, just find something to do to get your mind off of the game. Sometimes that would help you as well. So the main thing is just when it comes to game, just relax. Be carefree. Because when it comes to the game, all you have to do, what you're gonna do during the game. Just focus on that, and I think that would help you a lot during the game. And our final question for this week's Q&A session comes from Wang Bing. His question is, how can I keep my shooting form when shooting at the three-point line? Because my forms when shooting at the two-point line and the three-point line are different. First of all, you always want to start closer to the basket. You want to master that first before you start moving out towards the three-point area. So to practice on your on your shooting form around the two-point area, maybe closer to the rim, about 18 feet and in. I don't know what that is in meter, but close to that, around there. Free throw line and in. That's where I would start. Work on that shooting form. To see a correct shooting form, we can look on the link that I made on the ASA video. Watch that, practice that, master it. Then as you get more comfortable shooting, then you can move out to the three-point area. A lot of problem that kids have when shooting 3 points and 2 points is because they're not strong enough to shoot the three-point area, so they have to compensate by doing a different shooting form, whether it's shooting the ball with two hands, shooting the ball differently. It's a way to compensate from lack of strength. So master the two-point area first, then work your way out to the three-point area. My little advice for everyone when it comes to shooting is, when you're starting young and you're working on your shooting form, I want you to start closer to the basket. Perfect that shooting form. You can watch videos on ASA site to know what a good shooting form is. Work on that at a close range, and then when you become more confident, you can move out towards the three-point area. I know this may be boring every time you do it, but this is what you need to become a better shooter. Boring stuff is also good stuff to learn. Cảm ơn các bạn.